Hey, happy Monday, everyone. Hope you are doing well. It's a beautiful day, beginning of the week, and we have a great week ahead of us. This is In the Raw, unscripted, unpracticed, unedited conversation. And Gabriel Garcia Marquez, I'm not sure if you know who he is, he's a prolific writer from the country of Colombia. And he said once, it is not true that people stop pursuing dreams because they grow old. They grow old because they stop pursuing dreams. You know, ever since we are young enough to have an imagination, we have been dreaming. Uh, I'm sure you've had your dreams, and some of them were wild dreams as you were growing up, and then some of them became more consolidated dreams as you became an adult, or as you are in the process of becoming an adult. And some of them we reach, and some of them we haven't reached, right? And then, we get to a point where we say, "Oh, I'm too old for this. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to pursue this anymore." But he is saying something pretty interesting. He is saying something that makes you think, right? It's not true that people stop pursuing dreams because they grow old. They grow old because they stop pursuing dreams. And it doesn't matter what age. You can get to a point where you can just give up on a dream and say, "That's it. I'm never gonna do this," right? And that's when we start to grow old in a sense, maybe not physically, but our ideas, our thoughts, our mindset. And this reminds me of a story. When Moses took the people of Israel out of Egypt, when he led them out of Egypt, they went to the wilderness, as you may know the story. And at one point, they were getting close to the promised land that God had promised them, where they would live and possess. And they sent spies, 12 spies, out to the to survey the land and to just to check it out. And one of those spies that went and came back and gave a good report, his name was Caleb. You might have heard of him. You might have read about Caleb. And Caleb, unlike 10 of the spies, Caleb came back and along with I forget the other guy's name, but along with the other spy, they both gave a good report and said, "Hey, we can conquer this. We can. It's ours. We can take it." And the other ones kind of came back afraid and said, "Well, no, we're not going to be able to. There's giants there, and they're going to eat us up alive." And so they kind of instilled fear. But Caleb and I'll remember the other name hopefully. They said, "No, we can take the land. It's ours. We can, no problem." And so, they eventually went in and took the land and everything. And many years later, about 45 years later, actually, to be exact, Caleb still had a dream. And by the way, Caleb was 40 years old when he went into the land and spied. So 45 years later, he's now 85 years old. And he goes to Joshua, who's now the leader. Moses was not the leader anymore. He had passed away. And he goes to Joshua and he says, "Joshua, give me my land that Moses promised. Moses promised this land because I came back and gave the good report." And he says, "I'm 85 years old today, and I am as strong as I was. I'm strong now as I was before. I can still conquer this land. So give me that land. Give me that." It was actually a hill. "Give me that hill. Give me that hill that was promised to me." And so that tells us that there is no age to fulfill dreams. And I may be talking maybe to my middle-aged friends, but there is no age to conquer dreams. You might say, "Well, I'm going to retire soon, and that's going to be it for me." No, I'm always thinking, what's after retirement? What can we still do? What can we still accomplish after retirement? Whatever the case may be, maybe it's in ministry. I already gave everything in ministry. What can you still do? What dreams can you still fulfill? So don't stop dreaming. Don't stop, imagining and thinking and planning, because the minute you do, you're gonna grow old. You're like I said, maybe not physically, but your mindset is gonna grow old, and we don't want that to happen, because that's not what God is about. He wants to fulfill every dream that we have that is in accordance to His will. So, anyways, that's the thought for today. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing week. Talk to you soon.